At Premier Chrysler Jeep Dodge, complete customer satisfaction is the #1 goal. Get an accurate trade and offer instantly. Check out the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica with optional front crash prevention. And Fiat has arrived to Premier Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Several models, many colors. Premier Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 13,000 I-10 Service Road in New Orleans East. Stop by or visit PremierChryslerJeepDodge.com to find the Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram that you are looking for. What all fans have been looking for is an LSU football team with an imaginative offense that plays to win all the time, that attacks at all times, and that scores points. They got all three, although it took a while against Southern Mississippi. The Tigers win 45-10, but it was 10-10 in the first half, and why not run the ball? Look at the speed. DJ Chark's become a player in this system for LSU. He was invisible previously, and Darius Geis has been a player as well. Of course, it helps when you block like that. A nice run by Geis, great blocking up front, and LSU gains the lead for the first time, and they'll score 35 unanswered in the second half. Nice fake there by Edling. I like the way he sold that, right? Because it wasn't a fake. That's why I'm getting at it. He sold it as though he still had the ball. I'm wondering if any defenders thought he had it, because he fooled me when I first saw that play, which is why I mentioned it. Now look at that play fake. This kid's obviously been coached up. Nice throw, by the way, in the seam. And look at this. Just turn it on. That's elite speed for a big man in DJ Chark. Good-looking player. Where's he been, Les Miles? Goodness gracious. I mean, very impressive-looking player. And then again, the play fakes, and this is Malachi Dupree of John Curtis over the top, and he maintained his balance. Edling got it out there. That's the only thing we hadn't seen from Edling, is the ability to get the ball deep. He did here. LSU wins 45-10. The Tigers racking up the yardage, 459 yards, held Southern Miss to 242 yards. Darius Geis, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns, and it's on to Ole Miss and what should be a really good football game, and what I'm referring to as the Coach O Bowl, because I did some Ole Miss games when Coach O was the head coach there for Comcast on television, and he had some good moments, but they ended up letting him go when he got egg on his face after the Egg Bowl went south. So now he's at LSU, where he wants to be, and has a chance to keep that job. He can take a big step forward if they beat Ole Miss.
Kenny, you know what, you alluded to it. You know what I like under Orgeron and Ensminger for that matter is that they finally have brought back a downfield throw, okay? And like you said, Kenny, where has Chark been for the first 3 or 4 weeks? Where's he been, okay? And he developed into, he's a big play receiver for them. Finally, Edling is giving them a downfield threat, and it helps open the. You know what I like about LSU right now, Kenny, is that they're beating teams like they should be beating them. They're not squeaking by. They're taking care of business, and they're beating teams soundly. And that says a lot about what Orgeron's doing right now.
Well, man, Orgeron, you know, he's a Cajun boy, so all the Cajun guys, they love him to death. And my thing is, he came in there with a pro offense, and he got rid of the coordinator. You know, they got a new coordinator. You can see he's a downfield home run hitter. And he got 2 good receivers, Malachi, and they got 2 good speedy receivers. So he got somebody they can throw the ball down the field to, and that's what he's taking advantage of. He always got great talent. LSU always was right after Alabama with great talent, but they just didn't know how to use them. Now they got somebody who know how to work the talent. You can see the difference in the team. Brian, like a whole brand new team.
Brian's right. Style points matter, especially if Coach O wants to try to keep this job. And right now, he's winning in that particular battle. Tulane was not winning on Friday night at home against Memphis, though they were competitive. Wave looked good early on, and there's the touchdown pass. A really good throw by Couliet there. One of the few they had in the game. Tulane had trouble handling ball on special teams. It killed them in this game. Not 1, but 2 muff punts, and you got to do a better job of that if you want to have a chance to beat a team that's got better talent than you have, frankly, and that really killed them. Tulane's defense held out as long as it could in this game, Brian, but ultimately, when your offense just can't get anything going, your defense is going to break.
Kenny, the gaffes on special teams remind me of the last couple of years under the previous regime. But look, the margin for error is slim, okay? When you're stepping up in talent, you can't make those mistakes. And as you said, the defense kept him in the game as long as they could.
Yeah, special teams are a vital part of the game. I mean, when you have 2 turnovers like that, it's hard to beat a team, especially when both of these teams kind of equal. You know what I mean? It could go either way. Special teams showed you the difference.
Yeah, Memphis has a little bit better talent than Tulane, and they're a 1-loss team, good football team. But Tulane was competitive, again, encouraging. Just have to get better more consistent on offense, and you can't make those mistakes on special teams and have a chance to win the game. Tulsa this week, that will be an interesting battle for Tulane on the road. Speaking of college football and exciting games, I mean, it just keeps happening with Nicholls State. Unreal. Another overtime game. The blocked field goal attempt, and here's Ronald Ollie, the special teams player of the week in the Southland Conference, 310 pounds, and he goes the distance. Ricky appreciates that. I know that. Big man gets a cookie, and he knows how to eat. And then Nicholls State is going to get this game to overtime, and then Okmalabi is going to get the football. Look at the hole. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Colonels win again in overtime. Chase 4K, 2 more touchdown passes, and the Nicholls State Colonels will be right here on WHNO Saturday afternoon, 2:30 against Sam Houston State. You won't want to miss it. Every game they're playing is thrilling. Overtime, overtime, overtime. Third time in 4 weeks. You want to watch the Cardiac Kids, you watch Nicholls State. And then the Southland Conference, you talk about standings and how things are bunched up a little bit. And now there's an opportunity for Louisiana schools to make a run. Sam Houston State is on top, so you got a clear shot to knock off the top dog this week if you can get there. But look at the Louisiana schools. Nicholls State 3-1, Southeastern 3-1. Like seeing those Southeast Louisiana teams in those positions, Brian.
Kenny, I don't think Ricky would have caught that defender, and I don't think he would have wanted to catch him even if he did. He was on a roll, man.
I'll tell you who could have run that back easily is Frank Warren.
Yes,
Frank,
yeah,
I'll
you're
tell
right.
you what,
Yeah.
those defensive backs were trying to say pass me.
They did
They were
not
trying to take it from him. They
They didn't want to have anything to do with him. I tell you. Oh, Lord.
That's always exciting to see a big man run it back like that. But truly, again, Southeastern had a big win over McNeese State, Nicholls State, 3 overtime games now, and Chase 4K continues to play really well for a true freshman quarterback. A couple more touchdown passes. He runs the ball well. And again, Tim Rebo's hit on something there at Nicholls State.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, a great school for him, too. I mean, he picked a school that'll let him play right now and get some experience, and I think he's going to do well.
Boy, that's a really good point because we see so often where guys, they have the stars in their eyes. They want to play for the big school. They go there, and they're slotted behind 3 or 4 guys, and they never get the shot. The kid that preceded Chase, Damian Williams from Rummel, was really good. And he's had to sit at Mississippi State behind Prescott and now sitting behind Fitzgerald. When he does play, he plays well. But had he gone somewhere else, Southern Miss, for instance, where he committed to initially, he probably would have started 4 years.
Right, and I mean, and now, you know, guys come along after, like his senior year, they go to looking at freshmen and sophomore and forget all about you. So it's a tough situation. You have to go where you can play at and somebody who wants you to play.
Speaking of exciting football, when we return in just a moment, we'll turn our attention to a bunch of exciting high school football as SportsNOLAtv continues.